Welcome back on Gaming. This is Devin, and Jim Ryan just needs to shut up and do a better job. It's so annoying hearing him just keep crying about potentially losing the Call of Duty after 5 years and that. Saying that the PlayStation is going to be destroyed if they don't have the Call of Duty on there. Keep on making all the PlayStation fanboys hate Xbox just because of that as well. This whole thing's silly. I mean, if I were Phil Spencer at Xbox, I would be, well, he could be doing this already, but I would just keep messing with the guy just because he's a complete joke. And because, there's so many things with this. And one thing, there's many things that I think about with this. So, like, the first thing here is that, remember when the N64 had Rare? And Rare was making so many great games on the N64, and then once it got bought by Xbox, remember, yeah, who really thinks about Rare anymore now? And that could be the same thing that could happen with Activision, Call of Duty. The other thing here with Call of Duty too is that in 5 years, will Call of Duty even be a thing? I mean, I know it's real popular right now. They make a lot of great games, Warzone as well, but who knows where Call of Duty is going to be in 5 years, if it's going to run its course, because they make so many games that come out in such a short amount of time. Who knows if Call of Duty is even going to be that game, that first-person shooter. And, with that being said, Jim Ryan can easily do something. And that's make a, competition. Go ahead and make your own Call of Duty game. Try to make it compete with Call of Duty. Make it better than Call of Duty. And Call of Duty cannot be, it doesn't have to be the only first-person shooter that's amazing. PlayStation can go ahead and do that. I remember when, the PS3 first came out, of course, there was no games. They were really far behind the Xbox 360. And you know what PlayStation did? They made a ton of great exclusive games that made the PlayStation, in the end, the PS3 outsell the Xbox 360. And it was mainly because of exclusives. And especially during that time owning a PlayStation 3, it was amazing. You had exclusives nonstop. There was even sometimes when they were coming out the same week, same month, where they had just so many great exclusives coming out. I mean, of course, they were not all 10 out of 10s in that, but they were just different games. I mean, you had games on PlayStation and new IPs on PlayStation like MotorStorm, Resistance, Little Big Planet, Uncharted, Last of Us, just so many great games that were started on the PS3, and all they focus now on is just like 6 different games. Even Jim Ryan said that they're going to focus on these bigger games just because they sell so well. They don't want to take chances anymore. They would rather make, another third-person shooter rather than, taking a chance with a first-person shooter, a racing game, whatever it may be. And that's what I loved about the PS3. The PS3 is probably my favorite PlayStation just because they had so many unique, different games on that. And now with the PlayStation, you have what? Third-person shooter Horizon. You have third-person shooter Last of Us. You have third-person shooter, what is it? Basically God of War. I don't know. But, you have so many of them that are very similar to each other, even the looks of it, too, that, why not try to go ahead and make a competitive first-person shooter? Horizon. Horizon's not, doing that well, I would say. The games are not that amazing. Go ahead and have Guerrilla. Go ahead and go back to making Killzone games. Make Killzone their big first person shooter. Go ahead and do that. Have them copy basically, Call of Duty with whatever they have and replace it all with Hellgas. I don't know, whatever it is. But they can clearly go ahead and do it because, with the PS3, they came back from, being a laughing stock with their $6.99 or what was it, $5.99 price of the PlayStation 3 to outselling the Xbox 360 just because of their exclusives. And, you know, it's having a PlayStation 5, of course, and, you know, just having a bunch of PlayStation consoles in the past, it's just sort of disappointing how they've been doing. I mean, you know, they had so many. They've been such a good company making so many great games in that, and now, you know, they just focus on these same games, and there's just nothing more to them than just, you know, how many God of Wars, how many Last of Us can we really have, till it's not fun anymore. But, you know, that's just my thought on it. I think that Sony should focus on their own first-party, first-person shooter to go ahead and compete against Xbox, so they don't even have to worry about a Call of Duty game or, you know, having that on their console. Just go ahead and make a really good multiplayer first-person shooter. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and, you know, let me know what first-person shooter game you'd like to go ahead and see come back, or a new IP, or whatever it may be. But like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you soon. Bye.